Hello everybody, welcome back to the Panel by Panel Comics YouTube channel with your host Jay. Today is my top 10 comic books coming out for the week of March 18th, 2026. Now this week might be the biggest week in comic books for the year of 2026 so far. You have so many number ones coming out due to DC's second stage of this DC KO event or whatever saga. They have it is titled Next Level. So you're going to get books like Deathstroke, Lobo, Batwoman. All three, I will tell you, are in my top 10, where you're going to have to watch the whole video to find out. But guys, if you enjoy comic book content nearly daily, 4 videos a week from me, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. It is well appreciated. We just hit 10 subscribers. I know it doesn't sound like a whole lot, but I appreciate every single one of y'all that hit that subscribe button. So the other notable comic books coming out that are just outside my top 10, you have books like The Sentry, number 1, American Caper, issue number 5, Cyclops, issue number 2, and Nightwing, issue 136. Now that one just missed out on my top 10 because it is a new jumping on point for Nightwing. It's supposed to be more of a noir type of arc with Dan Watters. We'll see how it goes. I'm definitely going to pick it up. It's just outside of my top 10. Kicking off my top 10, we have Captain America. This is issue number 8. This is written by Chip Zdarsky with the art done by Jean Bazaldua. So I'm so sorry, I definitely butchered that. But this is picking up from Captain America going to that woman's house, and that house in Latveria, trying to get what the actual mood is of the state of Latveria after the whole Dungeons of Doom event, and now trying to figure out what is Latveria going to do. Are they going to go to another dictatorship? Are they going to try to form a democracy? But we did get a huge reveal at the end of last issue, which is definitely going to write into this one. And now it says, the hunt for salvation on the road to Armageddon, as Captain America has now forged an alliance with the Latvian liberators. We'll see how that goes. I'm really looking forward to issue number 8 of Captain America. Coming in at number 9, we have The New Titans. This is issue number 33, a 32-page comic for the price of $4. This is written by Tate Bromble with the art done by Sam Basri. This is a new creative team coming in for the title of Titans. It just has a new name on it just because it's New Titans. You're probably going to see a different group of Titans coming in. We have Superboy on the cover and plenty of others that we'll see who are reintroduced or introduced to this Titans group. It's titled An All New Lineup, and it all starts here. I'm looking forward to it. Tate Bromble, of course, made the Everything Dead and Dying series. That was one of the best comic books that came out for the year 2025. I really enjoyed that, and I'm hoping that he can bring some of that creativity to this Titans team that has really needed a shakeup since the very beginning of this ongoing run, whenever it started all the way back on issue number 1. I'm really looking forward to Titans. I hope it can be good because I want to get into them, and I'm hoping Tate Bromble can be a huge reason for why I will be continuing this series. We'll see how it goes, but next, number 8 on my top 10 is one of those next level issues coming out. We have Batwoman. This is issue number 1. It is written by Greg Rucka. The art is done by Danny, and it's a 32-page comic for the price of $4. The reason that it's so low on my list is because just from the cover alone and the preview pages, I don't know if I'm going to get along with the art style. It is a little there's not enough input into it. Like Jorge Corona, one of my favorite artists out there, DWJ, Daniel Warren Johnson. They are some of the best in the game because of the details they put into every single panel. I mean, my channel is literally panel by panel because I focus so much on each individual panel, the way that it is drawn, the way that it is colored, just the different formats that you can have in a comic book. Like Absolute Wonder Woman, I think, does a great job with just the uniqueness of how they draw their panels. I'm interested to see how that's going to go here with Batwoman issue number 1, but it's a new jumping on point as Next Level is literally starting with Batwoman. It's titled Batwoman, Daughter, Sister, Soldier, Hero. But since she was 10 years old, Kate Kane has lived in the shadow of a prophecy and the machinations of a religion devoted to the end of all things. How do you fight the devil when the devil is real, and how do you win? Seems like we're going to get more of an insight into the main character of Batwoman issue number 1, which is going to be Katie Kane, who is Batwoman. We'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it's good. I'm sure it will be. But next, coming in at number 7, we have The Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue number 24, part 4 of 9 of this Death Spiral event. This is simple. Carnage meets its match. Carnage faces off against Torment while the serial killer's latest murder leaves the Spidey symbiote alliance shaken. We saw in the previous issue of Death Spiral in Venom 255, Torment went and killed Eddie Brock's whole family tree. There's nobody left except for Eddie Brock and his son Dylan. I remember one of the art covers for this Death Spiral event has Torment choking Eddie Brock off of a rooftop. We'll see when that comes around, if that comes around in this issue. I'm really enjoying it. Joe Kelly, the whole creative team behind this Death Spiral event has been fantastic. I've enjoyed it throughout the whole time. I'm hoping that it can keep this momentum up with ASM number 24. One spot away from getting into my top 5 is G.I. Joe. This is issue number 20, a 32-page comic for the price of $4. Joshua Williamson doing the writing, of course, like he always does, and the art done by Andrea Milana. Now, this is very simple. There's Optimus right behind Duke. That's the cover, and it's titled Optimus Prime and Duke Meet for the First Time. And now I am curious that when does this take place? Because if you read the most recent Transformers issue, you would know that Optimus is no longer a Prime. He is no longer a Prime. He gave that title to Elita 1. So I'm interested to see how the timeline really works. Is this event of G.I. Joe happening before Transformers issue number 30, or is it happening after Transformers issue number 30 and Optimus is coming to Duke to form an alliance because he recognizes that he's not as strong as he once was due to him giving up the Prime title? We'll see how that goes, but what does this mean for the future of the Energon universe? You're just gonna have to read to find out. I've been enjoying everything. It did fall off a little bit because of the most recent Transformers issue, but hopefully the story moves along well and it all results in a better Energon universe. We'll see how it goes, but G.I. Joe issue number 20 comes in at number 6. Kicking off my top 5, we have Absolute Flash. This is issue number 13, 32 pages for the price of $5, written by Jeff Lemire. We have new art starting from this new jumping on point. The art is done by Haining. This is a new story starting here, titled at the very top, and this is going to be after Wally just had the whole Fort Fox incident where he fought against Absolute Evil Flash. I always forget. Absolute Reverse Flash. And in a way he won, but it was because Wally's dad sacrificed himself, pushing him back into the Speed Force, where we don't really know where that is. We just know it's some different area of a dimension. And Wally is pretty heartbroken over this because he feels like it's all his fault. He lost his best friend Grodd, who was actually partnered up with his dad, and they escaped together. And it seems like we're going to get the Absolute version of Gorilla Grodd through this next story arc or throughout the rest of Absolute Flash, because he seems that because of all the experimentation that's been done on him, which you can't blame him, he thinks that all humans are bad and there's no such thing as a good human. And I think this issue is going to really benefit from the previous issue only coming out 2 weeks ago. So it's riding that momentum, and I'm really looking forward to Absolute Flash issue 13. Hopefully this story arc starts off with a bang, but that's why it's in my top 5. The number 4 issue that I think coming out this week is going to be Deathstroke the Terminator. This is issue number 1, 32 pages for the price of $4. This was written by Tony Fleecs with the art done by Carmen Di Giandomenico. This is going to be really good because I love Tony Fleecs' writing, and Giandomenico's artwork looks fantastic, especially for a Deathstroke comic. This is the second book in the Next Level event that I have in my top 10. We'll see where Lobo ends up, but this is titled very simply The World's Deadliest Assassin Hits the Next Level, with Tony Fleecs and Carmine Di Giandomenico on the artwork. Soldier turned superhuman assassin for hire Slade Wilson has made hundreds of enemies in his day, and now one of them is taking his world apart piece by piece. The hit is out on Deathstroke as he evolves into his purest form, a Terminator out for revenge and ready to kill anyone standing in his way. So it seems like people are out trying to kill Deathstroke, but Deathstroke, of course, one of the most deadliest assassins in all of the DC universe, especially the DC comic universe. We know that's going to be difficult for anybody trying to stop him. I cannot wait to see how this first issue goes for Tony Fleecs. Tony Fleecs, a great writer. He's writing that Feral series. If you are interested in those books, you will probably like this one. And also, if you really like My Little Pony, Tony Fleecs wrote all those issues, so you probably like this. Of course, I have not read any of those, but hey, that shows his versatility. He goes from a Deathstroke book to writing Feral to writing My Little Pony. Crazy versatility from Tony Fleecs. Looking forward to issue number 1 of Deathstroke, the Terminator. Kicking off the final top 3, we have End of Life. This is issue number 2. This is a DC Vertigo title, 32 pages for the price of $4. Written by Kyle Starks. The art is done by Steve Pugh. And now, this is bouncing off of issue number 1 where we saw the main character, Eddie Stallion, on the run right now because he was robbing one of his boss's houses without recognizing it, and now he's on the run because that whole group is after him, and he goes to his dad, and his dad is dying of cancer, and his beloved childhood sweetheart is his hospice nurse. So they're definitely going to get some rekindling, get better in terms of their chemistry together in this second issue. We're probably going to see a lot of dialogue between those two, at least I would assume, but there's going to be plenty of action. Kyle Starks loves action in his comic books. That's why he's one of my favorite writers right now, especially because of his Wrestle Heist comic, which also comes out this week. I'm looking forward to that. That just missed out on my top 10, top 14 as well. Just so many comic books. Like I said, this might be the busiest comic book week of the year so far, and it might just get topped by next week's comic book week, which looks also insane. I'm picking up 18 books this week, a huge haul, and I'm picking up 20 next week. So my pockets are hurting, but also I am very happy with all the comic book content that is coming out, and I get to talk to y'all all about it. So now my number 3 book is going over to Marvel. Or no, this is number 2. End of Life was 3. Infernal Hulk I have at number 2. Infernal Hulk issue number 5. This is a 32-page comic for the price of now it's moving up. No, it is still $4. I know it's getting a pump up in pay to $5, which makes sense. This is easily one of their best books they have ongoing right now. Written by PWJ Philip Kennedy Johnson, and the penciling is done by Kev Walker. Now, this is going to be the Infernal Hulk versus Almighty, the one above all. How in the world is Hulk going to do this? It's literally Hulk versus the one above all. The strongest, debatably, I'm pretty sure it's pretty safe to say, the one above all, the strongest character in all of Marvel's mythos. This is going to be really interesting. I can't wait to see how PWJ is going to manipulate this writing, have it be a close fight for the Infernal Hulk. Of course, we know one of the most strongest characters in all of comic book history, including all of Marvel, all of DC, all of Image, all of independent stories. The Infernal Hulk is one of the most strongest characters ever created, and he's going up against the one above all. I can't wait to see the carnage that is going to come. I would be very interested to see how this results for any damage inflicted on the planet of Earth. Really looking forward to the Infernal Hulk issue number 5, but it just gets beat out by number 1. I might be overhyping it, but I love this creative team. It's Scotty Young and Jorge Corona's Lobo issue number 1, the third and final book from Next Level, coming out this week. I can't wait to read it. Written by Scotty Young, art done by Jorge Corona. My favorite artist going right now, Jorge Corona. I loved him on the Transformers series. I already love what I'm seeing from his Lobo stuff with the previews, with the main cover. It all looks so happy, and it all looks so freaking crazy. The detail looks amazing. I can already tell this is going to be a comedic yet serious series with Lobo. Scotty Young does a great job of bouncing from serious to comedic, and the artwork from Jorge Corona is just going to get every little detail drawn out of every single panel as much as possible. So we're getting the main man back in Lobo. I can't wait to see it. Issue number 1 comes in at my number 1 top comic book of the week. But guys, let me know down in the comments what book you are looking forward to the most this comic book week. And remember guys, keep reading those issues of comics panel by panel, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.